This is an introspective hypnosis session. Angela has felt an unusually strong desire to travel and explore the world. This caused restlessness at her current job as she found herself feeling like she needed to make a decision. Should she quit and pursue this very risky career or stay and grow a more stable life? At some point in our lives, we all had to make those decisions. Whether it worked out or not, it was all part of the journey. But that first leap can be quite scary. And now we're traveling back in time. In this session, you will meet an extraordinary woman digging for the truth at great risk to herself and her family. And now we join this session.
Do you see something there?
It seemed that my face would have of like a pale white mask on it.
Mm-hmm. So your face is white mask.
It's like it is now, but half of it has a mask.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel when you see that?
Okay,
Do you feel it on your face when you touch it?
very soft.
Very soft. Look it down in your body. What are you wearing there?
A dress,
A dress? What
mhm,
color is it?
yellow.
What are you doing
I'm
there?
in a truck. I'm
Uh-huh.
in a like a travel RV kind of thing. It's
Uh-huh.
like a sink across from a bed, and then if you walk back one more, there are two bunk beds.
You traveling?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you traveling?
I don't know yet.
You don't know? You are you the one who's driving?
Mm-hmm.
Look around. Is anybody with you?
Mm-hmm.
With
I'm in a bed with another person. He's laying in the middle of the bed.
uh-huh. How old are you there?
I'm an adult. I have a bun. I'm at the end of the bed in front of like the bottom headboard, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there kind of staring off forward, and he's laying there just looking at me. Sit
Mm-hmm.
there.
What color of your skin there and your friend?
Brown.
Brown. How about him?
Both. Yeah.
Brown. How is he calling you there? What's your
He's
name?
not saying anything. He's just watching. He has his hands behind his head. He's just watching.
How do you call him? What's his name?
I think we're married.
Mm-hmm. So you've been travel together?
I think we're getting ready for bed. Um, we might be in a hotel room because it's really plain. It's a really plain room.
How old are you there?
Uh, he's 31,
And you?
27.
So you're married? Do you have any kids?
No.
So this traveling idea, where you guys were going? What's
Mm,
what's the
I
plan?
think we're going to Egypt because now I see like a big, huge dome, and it has like little bubble windows at the very bottom, and they're orange. They have orange arches, a bunch of them at the very bottom. They're all spaced out, and it looks like maybe like a museum to see some kind of like huge monument thing.
So you travel just look around and see places?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did he call you there? Which
Sheree.
Sherry? Your name Sherry?
Mm-mm. He says it like French, Sheree.
He's French?
I think he's Liberian, but he grew up in France.
Uh-huh. How about you? Where are you from?
Something with an A. Amanda?
What country is that?
I don't even know. It's like at the top of somewhere, the top of Africa, maybe.
So what's the plan? What are you gonna do with this trip?
We're gonna go find stuff. We're like archeologists.
So what are you looking for?
Writing? Like we're looking for writings. This is weird. I see the inside of like this clay mold dome thing. Not the one from earlier, but a different one.
Yeah.
And there's half of a person's body in a wall. And I can only see their back. It was a girl. And she has a bunch of small little braids all around her head. And then in the middle is like a little bun. Not like my bun, because hers is right in the middle. And she's standing like military style, like hands by her side. It looks like half her body is inside of the wall, and I see her back half.
Why would she be inside?
I don't know if it's her or it's a sculpture. That's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out if this is like a real person who got, like molded over, or if this is like a piece of art, like a sculpture.
Uh-huh. So you're there to reveal the truth?
Mm-hmm. But
How do
we
you
do it in our own way.
how are you gonna do that?
It's kind of like how the FBI goes in or like police after a crime scene and they have like little tools and they clean stuff off and get fingerprints. We
Uh-huh.
do that. So I bring a radio. This is the 80s. I bring a radio, a big black radio, put it down, and we play jazz as we go around, picking up like the clues and pieces of where we are.
Mm-hmm. So you sort of on a mission.
Mm-hmm. To a university.
For the university? What
We
university?
we are contracted, but we go on missions for different entities. And the university sent us here to figure out if this was a molding or a sculpture.
What's your God saying?
Also, so I think it's a real person, but also we do have a baby. It's on the ground, like looking at stuff. We bring it with us, and he's the little baby. He has long locks, like hair, but they're freeform. So he has three big pieces of hair,
Mm-hmm.
and he's on the ground, like playing with stuff.
So you
There's a
have a
lady there to watch him. There's a lady we hired, an Egyptian lady. She's there. She's picking him up and watching him, but we bring him with us.
so you bring the nanny and the baby
Mm-hmm.
when you investigate the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's close the scene on this scene and move forward.
I'm still in the same place, but I just figured out what it was.
Tell me about it.
I pulled the persons by their hair. I pulled them up and back out of the wall so they can. It's like they're breathing. They're not alive. I got it by the hair and I pulled it forward. I had to use like a special oil or syrup
Mm-hmm.
to get it to kind of crack open a little bit. And the person has very dark, rich, like skin, like a cherry brown kind of skin.
Yes.
And it's looking up like this. So we figured out it really is a person who got molded.
What are you gonna do with that information?
I think we're trying to decide if we want to tell them or not because you usually can't preserve stuff this way, and this is really kind of rare and scary.
What are you gonna do about this body now?
We're trying to decide if we want to completely take it off or put it back how we found it and not tell anybody.
Well, let's move on forward and see what you decide to do with the body. And you're there now.
We came back at night. We have these big yellow lights, but you have to carry them with two hands. It's
Uh-huh.
like a mini fan. It looks like a mini fan, but it's a light. So they're like this big and they're yellow and you have to move them around like this.
Mm-hmm.
We came back to see if there are more clues of things like this.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're just looking at this same person from earlier, going over it while nobody's around.
So what are you gonna do next?
I'm nervous. I don't know. I want to pull it off for my own curiosity, but it seems like something is odd with this. I don't think it's from here, or at least how it was molded into the wall. That's not normal.
Yes. Well, we all have energy, body, spirit. You have it there too. You can able to talk to that body and ask the questions. What question would you ask?
How did you get here, and who did this, and why?
You will able to communicate with this body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can communicate with that body. Go ahead and do that since you have spirit with you.
The body is saying, they put me here. It's crying and it's frantic and it's looking around. I can't move its head. Just looking around and saying, they put me here. They put me here. They put me here. They stuck me here. The body is like on an axle. It's on a kind of how a dolly is. It's propped up because it's taller, but it's just not that tall. They propped it up onto something. They had her leaning back. She got put there abruptly, like she didn't die or anything. They put her like that while she was alive. They thought she was somewhere else. They thought she was a queen or something. But they put her there to hide her.
Well, ask her what does she wants you to do with her body now?
She's telling me there's a handle, like a thing that's sticking out from the wall that I can turn. It looks like a how a locker combination looks,
Mm-hmm.
and I can turn it and I can wheel her back into the wall and let it mold off so she can get off of there. But I don't trust her.
You don't?
No,
Why? What do you feel?
I think she was put there for a reason. I don't think she was supposed to be seeing around her. I'm gonna screw her back into the wall. I'm telling her I'm gonna help her, but for right now, I'm gonna go to the wall and screw her back in, like with that same combination looking thing. I'm gonna go turn it and put her back into the wall and mold her back until I can try to figure out what happened and who she is.
All right, go ahead, do that.
She's sealed back.
Well, that was very important job. Let's go ahead and move to the last day of Sheree and see what happens there. 1, 2, 3, and you there now.
I'm at a place where I'm supposed to be presenting. It's like a big hall. I'm getting donuts because I'm nervous and I'm supposed to be presenting one of my findings. And me and my husband are talking kind of frantically, and we're trying to go back over what we're going to tell them. So we're going to tell them that we found a sculpture, stay here and do our own independent research. We're going to tell them we need more time and take a pause. So we're going to still be reporting stuff to them, but we're going to be doing our own research from the local people to figure out the history and what actually happened before we tell anybody.
Are you happy with that news to give everyone?
I'm not happy. I'm scared. I'm nervous because this seems like something bigger.
Are you scared of information you might not know, or
Yeah, I
there's
don't
something?
know where this could go.
How does that life affect Angela?
I generally like it. I like uncovering secrets and doing it with this guy. It's good. I get to sometimes I do get scared. Like now, like we've collected and kept artifacts that we haven't reported, figure out what they are because they're so weird. But we have some rich friends that protect us and keep us sponsored when we're not doing these contracts.
Well, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see how that life will end on the last day when Sheree will die. That's her last day of her life. and you there now. What's happening?
I'm still young, and I
Mm-hmm.
fall off into a tunnel, into a cave, and it's just fire at the bottom of it. It's like a volcano, like an inside, and I
Yes.
just fall right into it.
Yeah.
I'm running from someone, and I fall into it.
Yes. You just died?
Yeah, I'm on the inside. The volcano is like, it's not the like how it is outdoors. It's like a volcano that's inside of a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Like inside of the cave, it's like a big pit. And
Yes.
I'm running from someone. I don't notice to stop. I'm running because they're trying to get me. I'm alone, and I just fall into there.
Come back from that death experience. Go back with everything started. Who is running after you? What happened?
I think the university found out we weren't going to report everything, and they sent some sketchy people to come after us to try to get answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had made a few discoveries that were too scary, or we felt like weren't time to talk about. And
Yes.
this is years later because now our son is 8. So he was 2, now he's 8. So we stayed, or either we stayed and we came back, or we're still working on this. I still look virtually the same, but it's 6 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm running from them because they don't need to know. I would rather die than to tell them because they're not going to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. You sure they're not gonna do the right thing?
Yes, it's not good.
Where's your husband?
He's looking for me. He's like in the jungle, like trees kind of area. He's
Mm-hmm.
panting really loud. Our child is safe. Our child is with the nanny. Our child is safe, but he's looking for me. He's looking all around. He's calling out for me. We lost each other.
How come you guys lost each other?
We were running and we had to like split for a second.
Uh-huh.
We lost each other.
But your child, you say it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, continue. So you fell into the this fire.
It's lava. I instantly died.
So the last thought, what you were thinking before you passed.
I gotta go. I can't. Just no. It's just a lot of resistance to whatever they were trying to do. And I had to get away.
And hide from that person.
And yeah, I didn't know I was running to.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with the process of dying. Are you out of your body?
No, I feel it. It's just like a bunch of stinging for a little while, then I'm just going.
Tell me where you're gonna be above the body.
I'm floating above it. I'm like, looks like I'm doing indoor skydiving. I'm like stretched out. I'm not upright. I'm stretched out like I'm skydiving, but I'm going upward instead of going down.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like rushed, like wrong, and I'm fighting to. There's no body. It's just like skeleton being burnt. I'm trying to fight back to get back to finish my work, but it's nothing to go back to now.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, describe it to me. Are you going to the light?
I'm going into the sky. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see a light yet. I'm just going up, but it's really slow. I don't go to a light. You know what
Mm.
happens? No, I'm going up through the top of the cave because it's open. I can see the sky and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a wind pushes me backwards and I stand back up and I'm invisible. I'm like a ghost. I don't
Mm-hmm.
go to the light. I'm still there, but nobody can see me.
Yes. So tell me, where's your husband that time?
He's crying. He's like shouting and crying, still looking for me.
Did those people catch him or no?
No,
He ran away?
no, because he's looking for me. I dropped something. It's like so how a tea, like a little handle looks like a little brewer or like a lemon squeezer, but that same kind of shape. It has like a little handle like this and a little ball at the top,
Mm-hmm.
but the ball is split into little slices, and it's like when you go like this, it makes slapping noises,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something. It's like a tool. It's something different, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like an artifact. And I dropped that, and that's how he finds me. I dropped that right before I fell in and fell out, so that's how he knows I probably fell in.
Okay. So you did not go to the light.
Mm-mm.
Light. Where did you go after?
I go sit and I cried because I think I know I'm dead because I look really washed away. Like I can
Yes.
see through my hands,
Yes.
and I'm just crying because I'm trying to figure out how my husband is gonna know and how what we were working on is gonna get finished.
So where are you now?
I'm crying. I'm sitting down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here anymore.
You don't want to.
It just is sad. There's no resolution in. I
Mm-hmm.
guess this is a life or this story or whatever. It's really sad, and there's no resolution to it.
Well, if you're looking back to your life, what are your purpose were there?
To get it started, maybe somebody will come along years later to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm supposed to now.
That's a good question. Finish your purpose?
I got it started, and that must have been my purpose. I did something,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't finish that particular thing, which might have been most important.
Right. But you saying you did not go to the light.
Mm-mm. I'm still there.
Did you move to somebody? Did you stay with some?
I guide other people when they come there
Mm-hmm.
exploring. I guide the right people. I watch them, I observe them, and I try to guide them to finish what I started. But a lot of times you only get a little far or not at all, and I get frustrated. But I keep guiding. I can't move on until somebody completes what I started.
Do you worry about your son?
No, I don't worry about him. He's fine. We have family, and he's gonna be fine. I just get sad. He gets sad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'm trapped in this area. I can't go to where he is unless he comes there.
Yes. So if you would you like to go to the light?
Not until I'm done.
Do what?
Not until I'm done with the mission.
Yes, but you have no body, so you cannot be done with your mission.
I
If,
want to stay.
but if you have a mission to be done with, you have to get the body back.
I can guide other people until they finish it.
So you'd like to stay here?
I don't want to stay, but I think this is important that this finishes first before I just leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to you and you answer me as Angela.
So you with
Angela.
right now?
Yes.
And how long you been with her?
30. I don't
30.
know what 30, how long 30, but I just see the number 30.
Uh-huh. So you decide to stay with her and tells her what to do?
Sometimes
What sometimes happen?
moving toward things that are adventurous to see if they'll lead there, but then changing them if it doesn't feel like it will.
Mm-hmm.
Moving her towards trips or people who
Yeah.
could lead there. But if it doesn't feel like it'll go that way, we leave it. I make her leave it.
So you saying you've been with her for 30 years since she born. Where did you find her?
It's not 30 years. I just see the number 30. I don't think it's years.
What do you think that is?
Maybe that's as long as I've been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was in the 80s that I first went and
Uh-huh.
discovered. Then it was 6 years later. So I think it's been 30 years since I've been dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you mean.
Mhm.
Yes.
So maybe I've been with her since birth. I don't know how long I've been with her. I just know I've been gone for 30.
So you would like to finish everything and then you would go.
Hmm. Or just feel like it got closer. Just feel at peace with it. That somebody gets further than all these other people. Because the people who have come haven't cared enough about mysteries and discoveries. They've cared about fortunes and money and how they look and not about the truth. And I'm waiting on the people who care about the truth, who are relentless like I was, so I can guide them so they don't have to end early like I did.
Yes. I was talking to
Angela.
that's your feelings of be scared in case you find she would find something dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That is your feelings?
Mm-hmm. As I saw what happened,
Yeah.
they chased me until I fell.
Yes. I understand. Thank you for the information. That's important. Your job was very important and very interesting. And what's the name of your husband used to be?
Eric,
Eric. Do you know where he is now?
France or Croatia.
Do you see him alive right now or he is passed?
I think he's alive and old. He's still sad.
That he lost you?
Yeah,
And what about your mom? Mom, family, dad?
I don't know.
You didn't see them long time.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they're on another side looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see them? Embrace your relationships and just be with your mom?
Yes and no. I don't remember them as much. The thing I play the most and remember the most is those last moments.
Mm-hmm. What do you remember about your mom?
She was nice. They were all quiet. They were different than me. I
Mm-hmm.
liked to have adventure. They liked when I went to school and I started learning, but they were always scared when I made it more than just learning and teaching, when I made it more about adventure and having my feet on the ground. And they were very quiet, like village people. Both
Mm-hmm.
sides of my family very quiet. They didn't like a lot of disruption or anything out of the norm. They followed the rules, but they loved me and they thought I was just silly when I was younger, and I was very adventurous and ambitious. And as I got older, they kind of began to worry, so I didn't talk to them as much because they would kind of damper the plans that I had.
Mm-hmm.
They did love me, and I do miss their warmth and their
Is it
love,
mom?
even if they didn't understand.
Mom were a hugger?
Mm-hmm.
You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet she miss you. Would you like to go and pick where they are and how they are?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and call your guides and they can show you where your parents are right now. Would you like that?
Mm-hmm.
On the three, when I said three, you will see your guides, your guardian angels. They're gonna show you where your mom is. So you could just look at her and remember her. Remember her feelings. Remember her love, her hugs, and one, two, and three. Tell me what you see.
I see her holding a picture. She has really big, but like soft lips. She's really pretty. She's holding a picture. There's a table around the wall. On the other side of the wall is a refrigerator. She's
Yes.
holding a picture. She's not crying. She's just kind of going like, wow. She's sad though.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is she miss you, you think?
mm-hmm.
What do you
She
what
hugs the picture.
Aw, she miss you. Feel feel all mom's love. Feel how miss she is. She miss you so so much. She'd love to have you near. Can you feel that?
Mhm.
Would you like to go with and stay with her?
Mhm.
Would you interesting to be connected with your parents and with your family, with your
Mhm. My dad is dead.
is he's there?
No, he's dead. I want to go be with him.
All right. So let me ask you this. You've been all this time with
Angela.
where or her body you are
The middle.
in the stomach area? Near heart?
Mhm.
Okay.
I
Do you,
make her anxious.
you make her anxious? What else do you make her do or feel? Can you tell me all the symptoms that she feels from you?
I
What else?
calm sometimes with music. I try. I don't try to make her sad, but I think she gets sad because sometimes she's quiet for too long.
Mm-hmm. What else? What symptoms do you caused in her body?
Good discernment.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Is she likes to feel all this stuff? Do you make her do?
It's a lot of difference because sometimes we disagree, so then she doesn't know what to feel.
Yes. Is that make her do what?
Mm, Not do anything,
What does that prevent her to do?
live.
Yes. How about making decisions?
We're scared of dying, or I'm scared of dying again, so I don't let her live.
Yes, 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 yes. How about commitment?
That's something else. Yeah.
What is it?
I don't think that's me. There's something else there.
There is something else too. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Do you know who that is? Something else?
I don't think it's a who. I think it's a trust is the thing. This is about the trust. It's about the trusting where to go and if it's right because of the fear of death, but also disappointment. So that's from me. It is
Mm-hmm.
for me.
It is from you. Well, what else? What else? What kind of physical, some sort of problems she might have from you since you've been with her so long?
I don't know. She can do it when she gets up to it. It's just the want. Uh, my purpose is driving her, and I don't know if she knows hers. So when I don't feel driven and I'm sad, she is down too. So
Mm-hmm.
that keeps her down physically.
Yeah. Do you think it's fair to do that to her?
No, it's very confusing. It's
Yeah.
very up and down.
When
Angela.
you were 5, did you cause anything to her?
I don't think I was here yet.
Well, thank you for this information. It's very important for us. May I ask you if you want to go ahead and go to your mom and to the light and embrace all the love and care and
I
uh,
want to say no, but I feel like I should.
you make great decision to go. I think it would be fair for
Angela.
to make decisions on her own and follow her own purpose of her life. And if you come back to your mom, you can be again together, full of love, and get her your own body, your new body can be reborn and follow your new purpose.
Did I finish my old one?
Yes, you could have your own new body. You will be reborn a new baby. And I know many and many souls who decide to go back to the light. They missed, they missed them time with very some sort of confusion. But when they go back, they see them family, they get new body, new purpose, full of love and reborn again. And maybe by that time you might see your husband Eric. How about we first our step is to say sorry or cause you.
What purpose will she have if I leave?
Well, as long as that I know, she told me she got a purpose just to be here between people, just to embrace the love. But we might have one or two or three purposes. It's not only one sometimes. So I'm very excited when you will have your body, what purpose you will choose for next. Is not very excited?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. I think it's fair and fair for you to feel fully, have your purpose and new body and just move on with it full of love. Sounds
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say sorry
Angela.
to cause all that feelings that not her?
I'm sorry.
Angela.
Now I'm talking to you on three. I want you to maybe forgive Sheree. One, two, three. Now you're here.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Would you forgive Sheree?
Yes.
Would you please ask Sheree to give you your energy back?
Sheree, can I please have my own energy, my own space back?
Okay, on the three, I'm gonna talk to Sheree. One, two, three. Sheree, what do you say?
Okay.
Go ahead, give her energy.
Angela.
I need you to take the energy, grab it with your two hands, and put that energy right where the empty spot,
Mm-hmm.
right where the Sheree were, and fill that up.
Okay.
Put it back exactly where it's supposed to go.
Okay.
All right. Sheree, I want to talk to you now. Do you
Mm-hmm.
see your do you see your guides?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to grab them by the hand. It's full of love. Don't you see that? Love
Yeah.
is coming towards to you. Mom is waiting. Everyone is waiting for you. Embraced you. They didn't see you such a long, long time. Go ahead and leave. Go. Go enjoy it.
Angela.
Do you see her go?
Yeah. I'm putting the light back into my chest here.
Yes. All right. Go ahead and put something extra of yours in
Okay.
there. What would you do? What could you put there?
I'm putting more light here.
Yes. You can put love, you can put words, you can put flowers, you can put puppies or sunlight or anything. What would you add it to it to make it better?
I'm adding light and money and babies and love.
Okay, great, great. How do you feel? Look at it. How is that look?
Looks good.
It's patched and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is it part of you now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now on three, I'm gonna talk to another energy. Do you sense another energy on your body anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all similar. When you try to figure out a big step in your life, did you play out scenarios of what could happen? It is hard to truly feel where a certain path could take you. Hypnosis sessions are a great way to dig deeply through the subconscious to your higher self for the wisdom to make a better decision. Angela got her chance to experience adventure, but found the desire was not really hers. It was from an attachment. This attachment agreed to leave Angela and let her live her own life. For more information on introspective hypnosis and attachments, visit my website at elenanichai.com. Thank you.